NeoTech Process, where next-gen factories, robotics, and sci-fi engineering come to life. Imagine a sky where machines never land, powered by captive suns forged in a floating factory. This is the birthplace of the SolarCore Infinity Drone, a new species of star-hearted machine. Above the clouds, luminous drones trace invisible currents, each glowing with a faint, captive sunrise. At each drone's center spins a liquid sun core, converting inner light into power, heat, and thought.
Conventional assembly lines cannot tame such cores, so engineers construct a floating magnetic ring above Earth.
Superconducting rails form a suspended halo in the sky, tethered only by pylons and Earth's magnetism. Inside, machine modules glide along invisible magnetic lanes, the open sky serving as the factory floor. There are no conveyor belts or clattering steel, only silent robots passing half-born drones with perfect precision. Yet each Infinity Drone story begins even earlier, with raw sunlight gathered high above Earth. Orbital collectors sip torrents of photons from the star, guiding them into vast crossings of coherent lasers.
These lattices compress light into heliofluid liquid sun.
Automated systems pour helioplasma into sleek magnetic flasks, shimmering like elongated drops of living mercury.
Robotic tugs guide the flasks downward to the ring, locking them gently into its underside.
Inside, the first assembly step builds a skeleton from a motionless cloud of suspended metallic dust. Electromagnetic fields sculpt this dust, a blend of ultralight titanium foams, nanotubes, and stealth metamaterials. Directed energy beams flicker through the cloud, fusing atoms wherever they cross, knitting structure directly from emptiness. The frame emerges lattice by lattice, a fractal chassis like perfected bone, then glides onward, magnetically levitated. Next comes propulsion. Transparent ceramic rings wrap each arm as ion vortex engines crystallize within their interiors.
There are no propellers or turbines. These engines sculpt air with controlled ion spirals, utterly silent.
By pushing against the atmosphere with invisible force, the unfinished drone learns to rise, hover, and drift.
Now it needs a core. A hollow sphere assembles at its center, layering into a perfect shell.
A glowing flask ascends from below, its silvery skin pulsing as microfields guide it beneath the waiting sphere. Seals release soundlessly. A single droplet of helioplasma extrudes upward, and the entire factory seems to hold breath.
Inside the chamber, liquid sun unfurls. Magnetic fields snap into pattern, locking it into a spinning torus.
From outside, it glows as a softly swirling amber heart, while sensor arrays bloom around it like petals.
Now the drone has a heart. It needs a mind, as glass-thin circuitry fibers weave from the core.
These fibers host photonic processors and quantum nodes, built to think with light rather than electrons. Structured photon pulses stream from the core through this network, carrying energy and information in a radiant loop.
Simulated storms, cities, migrations, and distress beacons flood its sensors.
When thought patterns stabilize and the core sing at design frequency, the newborn drone advances to final activation. A vast spherical chamber cancels gravity with magnetic fields. Drones hang weightless.
The core unshackles and brightens, plasma loops tracing within. Power surges outward, feeding engines and processors. Ion vortex rings whisper alive with blue halos as stabilizers flex and the drone holds its own position.
If it hovers, pivots, and corrects without spilling a quantum of core, the chamber hatch opens.
Another star-hearted machine drifts outward from the ring, merging with luminous swarms already haunting the upper sky. Across the globe, SolarCore Infinity Drones weave a living infrastructure, forming an intelligent layer between Earth and space.
They carry continuous communication webs, map warming oceans in detail,
And some patrol wildfire fronts, directing robotic crews. Others form stratospheric shields that subtly soften regional climate extremes. Their bottled dawn cores make them fixtures of the sky. Generations watch artificial suns that never set.
If you enjoy the video, please like, comment, and subscribe for more.